your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. This is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, the Citizen Committee supporting Gering's effort to renew their 1% sales and use tax kicked off their promotional efforts Tuesday. Speaking to reporters at Gering City Hall, resident Tom Swan joined Jordan Dietrich of TCD in laying out the reasons why residents should vote yes on City Proposition 1 this May. Dietrich reminded folks that the city's current sales tax is something that's been part of life in the community for a long time.
Proposition 1 simply continues the existing 1% sales tax that has been enacted by voters since 1990. So this has been in place for 35 years, and all this does is simply continue it, does not raise taxes.
Dietrich noted that without the city's sales and use tax the last 10 years, the average property tax levy would have been 58% higher than it is, and under the reauthorization, even more of the tax revenue, 60% instead of the current 50%, would go towards keeping property tax asking lower. Residents will start seeing flyers in the mail this week asking for a yes vote, and committee members will start making presentations throughout the community to encourage voters to keep the revenue source in place. Well, Nebraska Extension and 2 federal partner agencies will host informational meetings on wildfire recovery efforts on April 8th, 9th, and 10th in western Nebraska to help farmers and ranchers learn about available resources and address local needs. The program will include information on wildfire disaster relief programs and technical assistance, grazing and cropping options, recovery sources, mental health support, and covering the next steps. 3 meetings are scheduled from 3:30 to 6 p.m. A meal will be served at 6 p.m. by Hot Meals USA to encourage group conversation and idea sharing. The meetings will be on April 8th at the Arthur Veterans Memorial Hall, April 9th at the Brady Community Center, and April 10th at the Oshkosh City Auditorium. The meetings will include presentations by Nebraska Extension professionals and representatives from the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Farm Service Agency and Natural Resources Conservation Service. And 2 candidates will be vetted to assume the top administrative post for Gering Public Schools, at least on an interim basis. In a release through social media, the GPS Board of Education says 2 applications were received to fill the post for the 2026-2027 school year, and following review during a meeting Tuesday evening, it was decided to move both forward in the process. The candidates are Corey Knight, Gering's Director of Curriculum and Instruction, and Michael Apple, Superintendent of Conestoga Public Schools. Interviews will be open to the public during a special board meeting Tuesday, April 7th, beginning at 1 p.m. in the Gering High School Library. The board says it will continue to share updates as the process continues. We'll have more news right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Welcome back. A Sidney duo is facing serious allegations as authorities accuse them of forging stolen checks to the tune of more than $20,000. 41-year-old Jesse Holbrook and 27-year-old Samantha Rios were arrested last month following an investigation by the Sidney Police Department. Court records say they were using checks stolen from an 80-year-old Chadron man and forging them to deposit into their personal accounts. Both were arraigned on a Class 2A felony charge of second-degree forgery, more than $5,000 on Monday in Cheyenne County Court. Rios is also facing an additional charge of aiding in the consummation of a felony. Bond was set at $50,000 at 10% for both, and have April 13th hearings with Judge Randon Rowland. Well, a 33-year-old Scottsbluff man has been found not guilty on all felony charges stemming from an alleged June sexual assault. Justin Ruiz stood trial last week on charges of first-degree sexual assault, use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony, and terroristic threats. The victim had claimed Ruiz held a knife to her throat, saying if he couldn't be with her, he would kill her, and reportedly forced her to perform sexual acts. Last Wednesday, a Scottsbluff County District Court jury took about 90 minutes to acquit Justin Ruiz on all the felony charges, but they did find him guilty on a misdemeanor charge of third-degree domestic assault causing bodily injury. He'll be back in court on May 15th for sentencing on that, where he could face up to a year in jail, a $1,000 fine, or both.
Pet waste and water don't mix. Animal waste decomposes in water, releasing nutrients, which deplete the oxygen fish and other life need to survive and encourage harmful algae growth. Animal waste also has disease-carrying bacteria, making contaminated water unusable. It's easy to prevent pet waste pollution. Simply pick up your pet's waste and dispose of it in a trash can, and avoid letting your pets defecate within 200 feet of our community's waterways. Tri-City Stormwater reminds you it's our water, our responsibility.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we meet Misty, a 10-year-old domestic shorthair that's been at the Panhandle Humane Society since mid-February. This old gal needs a great home to live out her golden years. Her adoption cost is just $45, and that includes her spay, her microchip, all her vaccinations. She still has plenty of love left to give. If you have a spot in your home for this cute gal, consider adopting Misty. You can meet her or any of the cats available for adoption by going to the Panhandle Humane Society daily from 1 to 4.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Let's take a look at your midweek community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, a new chapter begins for the Nebraska FFA Association as 7 members are selected to serve on the 26-27 Nebraska FFA State Officer Team, including a state vice president from here in the Panhandle. Josette McConnell proudly represents the Sidney FFA chapter and was announced to the Post at the final general session of the 98th Nebraska FFA State Convention. She told the Rural Radio Network that becoming a state officer has been a goal of hers for some time now.
Wearing the association jacket has been a goal for about the past 2 years, and I knew when I looked back on my FFA journey and those who stood in my corner, I wanted to be able to do the same for our members across the state.
This year's convention at the Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln brought together more than 8,000 FFA members, advisors, and guests. A total of 948 members received the state FFA degree, the highest honor awarded by the Nebraska FFA Association. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.